What if I told you the most trusted father on American television was once the most feared voice in Canada? And what if I told you every part of that story is documented? This is a remarkable life of Lorne Greene. 10 moments that sound unbelievable, but are absolutely true. He was born on February 12, 1915, in Ottawa, Ontario, as Lyon Himan Green, the son of Jewish immigrants from the Russian Empire. His father, Daniel, was a shoemaker who specialized in orthopedic boots. They lived modestly. Money was tight. Expectations were simple. Work hard, survive, and aim for stability. His parents wanted him to become a concert violinist. From age 10, he practiced for hours. He hated it. At 15, determined to end that future, he deliberately injured his hand badly enough to require stitches. Enough to stop the violin lessons for good. The Canadian Theatre Encyclopedia confirms he did it intentionally. That single act tells you everything about his stubborn resolve. He enrolled at Queen's University, first studying chemical engineering, then switching to languages so he could focus on drama. After graduating, he trained in New York at the neighborhood playhouse under Sanford Meisner. The shoemaker's son was becoming an actor. Then came 1939. At just 24, Greene joined the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation and within months became the chief national newsreader. During the darkest years of World War II, he read casualty lists live on air. Families across Canada sat in silence, praying not to hear a familiar name. They called him the Voice of Doom. His voice also narrated documentaries, including Churchill's Island, which won the first Academy Award for documentary short subject. Before Hollywood ever noticed him, his voice was already part of Oscar history. While at CBC, he grew frustrated with live timing problems. Stopwatches counted up, forcing announcers to calculate time remaining during broadcasts. So he invented a countdown clock that ran backward to zero. He patented it. That simple device became standard in broadcasting worldwide. The royalties helped fund his early acting career, and even led to a meeting in New York that launched his American television work. One invention quietly changed his destiny. In 1945, he founded the Academy of Radio Arts in Toronto. Over 7 years, it trained hundreds of broadcasters with a 90% placement rate. Alumni included Leslie Nielsen and James Doohan, later known as Scotty on Star Trek. Greene wasn't just building a career. He was building an industry. Then in 1959, everything changed. Bonanza premiered on NBC. It was filmed entirely in color, a strategic move by RCA, which owned NBC and wanted to sell color television sets. At first, ratings were weak, but when the show moved to Sunday nights, it soared. From 1964 to 1967, it ranked number 1. At its peak, nearly 60% of American televisions in use were tuned to the Ponderosa. Greene, who had never ridden a horse before his audition, became Ben Cartwright, the steady, moral father figure millions trusted. The show aired in over 50 countries, reaching an estimated 400 million viewers. And then, in 1964, something no one expected. At 49, Greene released a spoken-word ballad titled Ringo. He didn't sing it, he narrated it. Yet climbed to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, knocking the Shangri-Las from the top spot. It even outcharted Johnny Cash, who never reached number 1 on that chart. A television cowboy had just dominated the music industry. But not everything on the Ponderosa was peaceful. Pernell Roberts, who played Adam Cartwright, publicly criticized the show, calling it shallow and compared his role to serious artists lowering themselves. He left at the height of its popularity. Years later, he quietly watched reruns to see old friends again. Even Hollywood feuds softened with time. Then tragedy struck. In 1972, Dan Blocker, who played Haas, died unexpectedly from a pulmonary embolism after surgery. Greene was devastated. The cast openly grieved on camera. The show never truly recovered and ended 1 season later. In 1978, Greene returned as Commander Adama in Battlestar Galactica. Once again, he played the calm patriarch guiding survivors through chaos. Even that series became entangled in legal battles with 20th Century Fox over similarities to Star Wars. Yet through controversy and cancellation, Greene remained steady. In his later years, he hosted nature documentaries, appeared in Roots, and co-hosted the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. On September 11, 1987, he died at age 72 from respiratory complications. He was buried at Hillside Memorial Park in California. When his television son Michael Landon died 4 years later, he was buried just feet away. Greene's gravestone does not highlight his inventions or patents. It reads, "The world's best-loved father, Ben Cartwright, the great voice of Canada. From shoemaker's son to voice of doom to America's father, which moment surprised you most? The hand he injured at 15? The #1 hit? The invention every broadcaster still relies on?" If you enjoy stories like this, make sure to subscribe for more classic Hollywood stories.